get confused easily.
No, it's all good. Don't worry.
You guys ready?
Oh, am I?
Okay, let's go. So it'll probably upload to YouTube as well. So
I don't think I'm ready.
Is ready for this?
Little piglet.
I'll have to lower the quality. I'm not sure yet, but let's go.
Hey! Look at that. Look at that handsome logo.
If it freezes at all on your end, guys, let me know.
I will fight you.
And in fact, if you have any like questions, obviously this is a commentary one, so obviously it's like a commentary version on YouTube. Yeah. So if you have anything to talk about or any questions, just ask and we'll probably talk over it. So.
Oh, good.
Hey! I do like the credits where it's just Transformers Gen 5000 for like the
This is like those old VHS movies where it's like the title, where it's like just the names first of everything.
Yeah,
I love it.
I was gonna say this also seems kind of like the end of a video game or like at the start of an early PlayStation 1 game.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, I just realized that now. Megatron is dead. Some believe he is still alive. Now, under the rule of Starscream, the Decepticon ranks are divided. The old Decepticon order still loyal to Megatron, and the new Decepticon order, those loyal to Starscream.
Optimus Prime in his
Optimus Prime scream.
That is returning.
But an ancient threat is returning.
Chaos is
ensures. Ensures. Is that meant to be Chaos ensues?
Cybertron 400 years ago.
If you got it confused with Washington D.C. at the time when Trump was not elected as president.
I think this is kind of on point.
Here I am with my introduction.
Solus Prime. Status report.
Not good. Just as our father Primus predicted. Unicron and his have arrived.
I was about to say, are we all just gonna voice act over this? Status update. It's fucked up! Everything is fucked up!
But Noro Prime has detected another wave of Unicron's minions incoming.
Here am I!
Love it.
Oh, here I am, sorry.
In Unicron's full power yet. If he's as strong as our father,
look, it's that character that got wrecked.
Then I don't think we can do much against him.
We have no choice, brother. And evacuation is not an option right now. We must fight the darkness. Two low sparks become one.
See, rewatching
brother,
this is like
join me.
My first ever
fight the darkness.
Like,
fight for our survival. And fight for our father Primus, who made the ultimate sacrifice and became the core of this planet to allow life to grow here. He is our father, and we must do everything in our power to defend him.
Give them all the hugs.
Alchemist Prime, and Micronus Prime. Fall back to safe positions. The rest of us will hold the line here.
Is the volume all okay for you guys, or do you want it turned down a bit? Like, can you hear everyone?
I don't know. I guess turn it down just as much.
Cool.
You can really hear us dicking around, you know?
Yeah, especially because I got earbuds in.
Yeah, I had to turn mine down a little bit. But, yeah, if they want to watch it with the regular audio, they can watch the other one. If they want to watch it with us dicking around over it, this is what they're getting.
That's how most of these commentaries are, when it's like a whole cast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Jake, you said it was your first time doing it?
Body so that I can transform and
your first time voice acting?
Yeah, Chase, but yeah, no,
Chase.
this was my first big project I worked on. So these lines are from a year ago, and that was like the start of when I like actually got into voice acting.
That's awesome, man. Congrats, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats, man.
You sound really good. You definitely got
to
start somewheres, right? You know.
I remember when I gave him the role of Darksteel, and I was like, he's a tough character. He does die in the first part, but I assure you, within the expanded universe stories as well.
Yeah, I get the guy that just gets exiled off in the first episode. Just
Chase, your arch enemy Whirls in this chat as well, Jacob. Oh no, I put two destructive forces against each other.
What do you suggest on how we may be able to deal with Unicron?
Noise.
Yeah, spoiler alert, I kill you.
The Predacons, as well as...
Spoilers!
We've noticed some strange patterns. We've come up with a...
I love it, bro.
Plausible.
It's one of my favorite.
I do like I do like how Chase did do Primer though. Like he has that sort of almost innocence but wise like voice about him. Like you can tell he's inexperienced, but he's still trying to pull it out as best as he can.
I mean, the character is much like the voice actor. He's just happy to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, this is good.
Yeah, this is good.
I got this.
Yeah, no, and when I originally tried out for Prime, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get this because like I don't sound like the heroic leader type. And I'm like, oh, my voice just with like a heroic accents got me this. Okay.
I did have a few people. Yeah, I did have a few people voice audition for Prime. I think I forgot who did it first, but I did have a guy. And I couldn't find a voice actor all for Primer, and I gave it this one guy, and then he basically said he can't voice act. And then I was struggling again, and then I know Eli, you took it, and then you were gonna do it, and then you said you didn't feel it was your role, and then I think I spoke to Chase, and he showed an interest, and then I was like, yo, yeah, you're perfect. Why didn't I find you in the first place?
Sometimes you gotta see what doesn't work before you really get to find out what works.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Use the Matrix to destroy him. Then what?
What if I were to open one of my space portals and you...
I do like Harrison's very Prime as well. Like that sounds quite like the Cybertron in version.
Yeah, it sounds just like Richard Newman.
For the rest of eternity.
Not that I do.
I every time, you know, now that we're just like mucking around and just like talking over this, I actually did not notice how long this like slowed like this one scene takes. Like this is just like the majority of like those moments where the characters just stand there and talk. This is like this is just like the whole thing, and then it's just back to the action.
All I have is it. Yeah, that's what I was worried about in the first. I spoke to quite a few people about this. I spoke to Eli about it, Harrison, you, Jacob. I think Derek as well. I spoke to pretty much everyone about it, but it wasn't this scene, but it was after Unicron's destruction. There's a scene very similar to this, and that was like 8 minutes long. And then there's a scene in Autobot headquarters in present day, which is like 8 minutes long as well.
It makes sense. You have to flush out these characters as you've just brought them out of the woodworks. Like here are the 13 primes. Here are their characteristics. Love them.
And then Megatron is Prime.
Yeah, at first I was really worried that people would get bored because it's literally like you're trying to sit through 15 minutes of just talking, and it's a lot of heavy information about the story. But at the same time, I was like, I don't want to shorten it down because I don't want to take it away.
Listen, we all love big robot conflict, but they need to talk at one point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this the nicest way possible. If there's going to be people that are so invested in Transformers and your story that they're sitting here watching us play with toys, man, they're going to want to know every bit about the characters and the story and everything, because that's what it's about. The fight scenes are awesome. Look at this. Look at this action. That's sick as fuck. Some fire coming out of his dick, you know what I mean?
That shot take. These two shots coming up. This one and.
I'm slightly impressed.
Yeah, those took ages to do those shots.
We'll all have better luck of staying clear of his...
You flipped up the mouth plate. That was super cool how you did that.
Primes, split up.
Straight out of a movie. Like a Star Wars
and
enough of this.
Yeah, man. It wasn't even that long before he really got right back into it.
Whatever, brothers. Unicron's just gonna send Predacon after Predacon. We need to strike Unicron now.
Get him.
We'll fight till all are one.
Neural Prime. You must
killer.
Must fight.
We will kill them and then we'll attack each other at some point because, you know, that's how the lore goes.
Why not?
It won't be over for a long time.
You only live for 5 billion years once.
Will we get to live throughout it? Well, some of us will, except you'll die, you'll die, you'll die. Solus Prime, you'll definitely die. In fact, you'll die by my very cannon that you built for me. Wait, what? Nothing?
It's like, you die, you'll die. You're definitely going. You're cool. Don't worry about it. Hey, what's up, girl?
The only one who's gonna survive is me.
Over here, I'm like an Alpha Trine just over there in the corner trying not to spoil shit.
Quite on the ground.
It's like, why are you still alive? I don't know. The writer likes me.
Alpha Tron.
In a way.
By the donkey.
Alpha Tron be like, I want to tell you things, but I can't.
Nervously sweating.
I know, it's like Alpha Trine is kind of like with a Song of Doctor Who with a book. Like with a Song of Doctor Who with a book when she's like, no spoilers. That's what Alpha Trine's like with the Covenant of Primus.
Oh, that's cool.
Tell him.
Like Alpha Tron be like when one of the primes asks for the future. No, I don't think I will.
Quickly.
No, I don't think I will.
As big as possible.
Bro, I love sitting here to take my medicine in the morning and watch these movies, bro. It's so good. It's so good.
I just like how
this upcoming shot as well with all the Predacons. I think there was literally like, it doesn't look it, but there was like 100 to 200 Predacons on this. So I had like 8 to 10 different Predacon shots, and they just kept duplicating and mixing the shots up to make them look different and duplicating again and again. And I ended up with like between like 100 and 200 different Predacon layers. And it took about 8, this shot here and the next one, it took about 8 hours to render that, I think.
Oh, weird.
This one here, like,
I'm surprised your computer didn't blow itself up like what
oh, trust me, it wanted
did when
to.
they tried to render fucking Devastator in Revenge of the Fallen.
Oh yeah, it wanted to die, trust me.
Yo. Yeah.
And now finished end of day, my computer's just like having all sorts of problems.
Oh no. I just like how their plan was to just put Unicron in the trash bin. And by trash bin, I mean in the universe.
Let's take him and push him somewhere else.
I'm not gonna look at
Let's put this in the trash.
I'm the trash.
Man.
I go in there and I eat the garbage. I'm the trash man.
Prime.
I love Frank Reynolds.
And then they lock the bin and throw away the key.
The subtle
and
glow
Unicron
is
was
really
never
nice.
seen again.
What did they say?
Until someone opens the bin.
Yeah.
We survived.
It would be stupid
Do
enough
you guys
to
want
open
me
the bin that has literal chaos embodiment in there.
It's like the Ouija board. Do you guys want me to turn it down a bit more, or is it all okay?
I think it's good.
Oh yeah, no, it's good.
Cool.
I'm wondering how we doing on that timer. I don't want you to lose anything.
Yeah. I mean, let me check. I started it when I started the
The
video.
end of days won't come anytime soon.
Oh, she said it. She said it.
We should
She
be
said
okay.
it.
The title
be
roll
okay
credits,
for now.
guys.
The
I
end
did
of
include that
days,
somewhere.
part 1 won't come anytime soon, and she looks at the camera and winks.
I had
would you
to
look at
include that
The
somewhere.
fruits of our labor. Solus Prime and Megatronus are speaking,
Oh,
talking
there's
about
a-
their future and how they're gonna die.
I think that's my dude who's just like, I wouldn't do it. Brr.
Alpha Trion be like, all these people, my friends, are going to betray each other and all die before my very eyes.
Yeah, I mean, we're such a close team.
I could prevent it, but nah.
He's at us.
No, I don't think it will.
The Covenant of Primus has foretold.
Oh my
future
god,
events
Solus Prime, just
massive
shush.
scale.
Stop
You know, the
jinxing
thing
your-
is, like,
stop jinxing your family, for fuck's sake.
I've watched this film quite a few times now, obviously, and obviously I made it. So I thought I knew Solus Prime, but just this last 5 minutes, I've just had a totally different perception on Solus. Now I'm just like, please stop.
And you wrote the script, so you forced
I
her
know.
to be this way.
Shall I change her character? No. No, I don't think I will.
No, I don't think I will.
Return.
But how is that even possible? We sent him to a different...
I did kind of want to have this these sort of prime scenes showing how close they are.
Possibly summon any energy to...
Because they all have their own friend groups. So like Noro's with Micronus, he's with Alpha Trion. Prime is kind of with everyone really.
Just gotta have a montage. They're like skipping through like a field of flowers. Some of them are blowing bubbles in the same carton of chocolate milk. You know.
Why does this remind me of like the pyro scene from TF2?
You've been endangering us this whole time.
Yeah, it's like, why does this remind me? And then even the character in the movie's like, quiet.
It's scary.
Yeah, compare
I'm
those
telling
two.
myself to be quiet. That's how bad this is.
Not once, but twice.
Impeccable.
I ain't talking about that freak. All right. It's not here, is he? How do I get this fucking thing off?
Entering the future into an entirely different reality, and suddenly the future that should have happened no longer will.
One thing I did want to show it with Alpha Trion as well is when they do get an Earth like millions of years later, I kind of wanted to show Alpha Trion's older, so I kind of like did the thing that the Titan Return figure had, where you push the chest and like the neck thingy pops up.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to show it like he's got this like crown or some extra bit of his head just growing out because of time, because why not? Without it, it makes him look younger, and with it, it makes him look older. So
that's fair. That's fair.
Trapped and dead too.
Unicron possesses.
I did want to give him like a massive beard, but I didn't know how. I love that that post I sent on in the group chat of Break Prime with a beard that I didn't paint.net. It suits him.
I reckon he'll look good with a beard. Not gonna lie.
He does. He actually does.
He'll definitely do a lot more better than me. I can't grow a beard for well anything really. All I've got is a little stash and that's it.
You just
and
keep
even
that.
that's pathetic.
I don't know.
My show took me like a year, but it's there.
I hear a lot of people. Yeah, I hear a lot of people when they can't grow a beard. They say like, "I wish I could," but when you can, like for me, it grows back like the next day, and I'm like, "Please stop."
Spare me.
All right.
No, I don't think I will.
Nah, man, just grow it. Just grow it. Just don't touch it for like a year. That first year, it looks horrible, and then after that, you're good.
It irritates me. It really does irritate me.
Ryan Pax will be
Me
killed.
and my beard get along just fine. He tells me secrets.
Oh,
if I was
Daniel.
just summarize Alpha Trion's speech in just like one sentence, it would be, I have plan. It involves gun. Really, really big gun.
Say hello to my little friend.
Who is it?
That's not a very little friend. Exactly. It's so big that it's hiding in plain sight.
That's what she said.
What's the moon in Star Wars? That's not a moon.
That's what she said. It's not a moon.
One thing I want to do with Noah Prime in this scene as well is you see him, and whenever you see him, it's like really dark and blacked out. But when you look at the other primes, it's like normal daylight almost. And I kind of want to show like when it's focusing on Noro, it shows it from his perspective of him almost like blacking out and getting dizzy and blurred vision. But as soon as it goes to the other primes, they're all fine. They're not feeling the effects of it. So that's what I kind of wanted to show with that. That they got two different perspectives.
I was just saying.
What would make it even more interesting is that he would have like flashes and just like really quick flashes of like himself, but as Optimus Prime. So like he would have like little screenshots of like end of days, like in the present day, or like Dawn of Corruption, just like one of those. So like
yeah, I did consider that. Yeah, I did consider it.
Just to further elaborate like
yeah.
what's happening.
You should just
like to me, it's like he's having a migraine of some sort.
Yeah.
You should just.
I said it on the Q&A. He's kind of like tripping out almost. He's just like it's just his mind is somewhere else.
You should just rip off Fight Club and just while he's in that moment, just put a fucking Optimus Prime just hanging out with him, and then just for one scene, just one split second, he's there and then he's gone. Like Tyler Durden.
we don't build something of future use against Unicron, then the odds of Earth's survival.
I don't know. Have you guys ever seen Fight Club?
That's probably something you could explore like later on if the Primes end up getting another like an expanded universe story.
Yeah, one thing I want to do with the Primes as well is develop them just enough so people get to know them, but still keep them in mystery. So like, even though like half of this, even though half of this episode is literally like the 13 Primes, and it's a lot of it, I wanted to really kind of show what they're like, and then basically keep it in a mystery from what happens after what we, where we leave them, and no one knows. And then it all kicks off with Megatronus and everything.
Heyo.
Unicron, and this dark spark, you say.
All this has made me want to do is do customs. I'm not gonna lie. Like Prime is on my list. One thing I like to do is whenever I voice a character, I like to have a version of them, and I'm like, there's no Prima, so problem.
You know what's funny? Like I spoke to N-PUT. He's actually going to voice Skyby and a couple of the characters. He does customs on his Instagram, and he actually wants to do the Siege Galaxy Optimus Prime, the leader class one, and he wants to paint it into Primer as well.
Oh, nice.
Get him.
I did send him an email with like files and screenshots of Primer and what the Siege one would look like with the colors. If you want me to forward that to you.
No.
Sure, why not?
I'll ensure that doesn't happen. I'll use my Emberstone.
I know Eli said he wanted a green Cyclonus now.
Build that weapon, and by the time I return,
the Primes will have the Primes.
Here.
We're with you, but we'll need some troops in case we run into anything dangerous.
You know what's really funny about this guy's voice is that it feels like he's about to run out of breath every sentence. So it's, I'm just expecting. I can just imagine, like in the recording, you just have him like say the sentence like this, like each line. Then you just hear this really long.
We gotta go get it, charge it up.
Race and those who live on
just a little more.
Like the voice is great. I just feel sorry for the voice actor as he's probably just running out of breath.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
200 million years later.
You gotta do it like Flapjack though. 200 million years later.
You see, I've tried. He's got the little spikes on his neck brace or whatever it's called.
Word.
I actually have
know it in my spot.
I have Robert Chambers to thank for this shot as well, because he kind of helped like suggesting how to make the scene look like night by putting like a blue filter over, and you can actually see in the background like there's thunder and lightning going on.
On an appropriate location for
it just shows how unevolved Earth is.
That is why.
Yeah, so it takes place in the Archean era.
Get to work.
Which is basically where life hasn't really begun. It's just starting out at the very basic, like I'm talking like microorganisms sort of thing, like really tiny life forms. It's only just getting to that stage, so it's literally billions of years ago.
Transformers living on Earth.
And obviously over the time they built the weapon, the landscape's changed, and then in present day that weapon is somewhere on Earth, obviously.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Could be in Kansas. More like Pangansas. Get it? It's Pangea? You know, Pangansas.
But over time, the Primes never had to use the weapon.
We got N-PUT joined us now.
They killed themselves. And the weapon? Oh, that just
up,
got buried
N-PUT?
underneath the under the rubble because of, well, the great separation of Earth.
Yeah, we've got M join us now, so he's the one who does the customs, and he wants to do the primer custom as well. So yeah, welcome.
I'm looking forward to that.
The Decepticons.
It's gonna be a sec.
Not now. Starscream.
Not now. Starscream is too eager to get his hands on the Allspark. I'm gonna stop now.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get that Allspark. He's gonna.
Starscream is too eager to get the Allspark. In fact, I bet you he's probably using his hands as sort of like, you know, a little evil
pyramid
shit.
Little hand pyramid. He's got the fingertips touching, and he's contemplating like how he's gonna get the Allspark. What an ass!
Illuminati is confirmed. You cannot hide it from me, humans.
I actually had like I actually had like a picture of Starscream
Illuminati, human, or I will kill you. I will rip off your face and I'll put it on my Facebook wall.
It's just books hanging up with titles of people's names, and you open it up, it's their face. I don't think Optimus gets this Facebook thing. He just goes into his library.
It's funny because Optimus was a librarian.
There you go.
What do we know so far?
This is another scene I was really worried about, like whether people would sit through, because we just had that long scene with the 13, and then we go in another long talking scene. But again, I just thought it was
making him more and more
needed. And then this scene.
Oh, look, it's a reference
to a firefight.
Yeah, this scene here with the Starscream fight.
Even
Believe it or not, all this fighting was.
Optimus returned.
Yeah, all this fighting scene with Starscream and Optimus was all improv. Like I was kind of thinking, okay, I'm just gonna put these two figures and absolutely just improv this fight. And it actually turned out better than I thought.
Yeah, as you can see from this recording, Optimus Prime got his ass fucking handed to him on a silver platter.
That's when I took his face. But the thing with Optimus as well, like, yeah, you can see
Optimus got
like,
the better hand,
bits of
but they were
Optimus.
pretty much evenly matched. And if I had to rate him between almost Megatron and holy shit levels, he's just about at the level of Megatron, going past the holy shit mark.
Holy shit. Starscream's one really big asshole now. He's so powerful. What a douche.
He's an oversized chicken.
In fact, how am I even speaking right now? I mean, like, would the mask be moving, or would the fucking ear things on my head be bleeding with the blue? I don't think the directors saw that one coming.
I actually, with the mouth movement as well, like, obviously all the mouth move, but with the mask...
Daniel.
Yes?
Another biggest regret you've ever made. We can't get Menasor now.
Why? What happened to Menasor?
That's Dead End. That's Dead End. He just killed Dead End.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
We can't
first
get
Superion, now Menasor.
You guys are just making up words now, and I love it.
Next word we can use is kebab.
That sounds far too religious.
I honestly thought you were going somewhere else with that.
We all met at the Cabal. It was a good time. It's a little praying, a little dancing, down at the Cabal.
I just like how there's just two humans just standing there, and I think they're also like part of like the main human cast. So they're just standing there with no dialogue. They're just like
they are. It's Lennox and
They're hanging on to every word.
So here we are. We have Lennox and the other main human protagonist just standing there, just looking at the other wall.
They're basically observing and basically making sure. Since they're like the human liaison almost with the Autobots, kind of like just there.
No matter what, Johnson, we have to keep our eyes on that door. For all we know, a Decepticon in disguise could come in through that door and kill the president.
Aren't they all?
Maybe the president.
Aren't they all?
Yeah, maybe the president is pretending to be. Who knows?
Laser turrets have damaged their armor. Landing gear isn't in the greatest condition. Few rear thrusters need to be replaced, and there's burn marks.
Oh, that's me.
To certain parts.
And that's me.
I'm like science stuff.
And I could just and I could just explain this in one sentence as well. Pretty much, the ship is fucked. We can repair it, but basically, if we get hit with anything as so like a rock, it'll just fucking split in two.
As long as you can pull it off.
Rock.
It's the truth.
Run the plan by me again.
Starscream be like, find the nearest asteroid and belt it.
Somebody find a pebble.
Find a pebble and throw it into the engines and just belt it.
It's funny because they have shields, and then the shields just go down pretty much instantly.
How'd that turn out?
God damn it, Wheeljack! I thought the shields were at maximum capacity.
What do you want me to do, Captain? I can't give her any more.
The shields were never meant to handle Pebble.
That's all she's got, Captain. I can't give her any more.
Turns out the Decepticons use their weakest weapon systems on the Nemesis, and that's why the Xanthium just couldn't take it. Hence why there's just so much rocking back and forth of the ship.
Well, one thing with the Xanthium as well. I mean, you probably noticed it, but I had the creaking sound, which are actually from a submarine, and I kept stretching it or making it quick and altering the pitch to really give that sense of it's kind of rickety. It's kind of like I don't know if you guys have it in your countries, but the buses over here, when you get on a bus, like double-decker ones and even single-decker buses, they sound like they're gonna fall apart. Like they creak all the time, and that kind of inspired me. Okay, with a Xanthium, let's make it like that, but 10 times worse. You've got this massive ship that's potentially humanity's last hope of getting the Allspark off world, and it just sounds like it's just gonna fall apart any moment.
If you look at it,
it's basically like those funny invention movies where instead of getting the high class camper van, they got the shitty ass camper van that will literally fall apart at any moment, and it falls apart towards the very end.
It gets the job done.
It gets the job done, but kills itself in the process.
Sometimes you just gotta.
I trust their decision if they believe I'm best suited to stay behind. Besides, they have Break Prime going with them. With a Prime here and a Prime there.
No, not Optimus Prime. Stay behind.
Please.
Just imagine it though. Just imagine if Break Prime was staying on Earth instead of Optimus. Optimus was in space. The roles were reversed. Let's just say, Earth would be fucked. Because without the Matrix, they'd basically be like, well, we have good news and bad news. The good news is we found a weapon to kill Unicron. The bad news is it requires the fucking matrix of leadership.
I don't know there, Kate. Some big
We're all gonna die.
Actually close to finding the Allspark.
Shut up, Red Trap.
Decepticon, your fearless leader is closing in on the Allspark.
I just like how Barricade's just like, I doubt it.
We will claim the Earth.
And when you think about it, they were so close to getting it. They were just denied at the very last second.
And I really wanted to show that as well. We have Starscream in the call right now. Eli's on it.
They should have tried harder.
Hey,
Shockwave.
Hey, makeshift.
This way we can know exactly where the Autobots
How you doing on time, Dan?
they're planning to do.
Let me check.
Wait. When do I start?
I don't care
I
how
can't
long
wait.
it takes.
When do I start?
I see a Decepticon on this mission, I kill it.
One time at band camp.
No trying to be a hero, just death to the enemy, like we always should do. I'm gonna get revenge of that son of a Predaking for what he did to Silverbolt.
Yeah, try saying.
Yeah, revenge. This was one of the last scenes to actually be made. This was, I think, it was I did a couple other scenes, but this was one of the last ones.
I hear Magnus has even sent one of his former magistrates to court.
I like how Roadbuster says no heroic nonsense, just kill him, and yet he sort of did the exact opposite.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I mean, he tried to kill Predaking. Try.
Yeah,
it just didn't work very well.
Roadbuster be like, I'm gonna kill
Predaking doesn't die.
And be like, yeah, you have fun with that.
Because in Dawn of Corruption Part 3, you have Ironhide, Bumblebee, Ratchet, and Joel. They all try and storm Predaking, who's literally been brought to life about a day ago. Predaking annihilates them all. Then you get the Halloween special where Predaking gets stabbed through both his shoulders and he can't move either of them. Yet he still somehow gets out of there alive, mainly because of the deadlock. But And then you have this one where he gets his hand chopped off and he flies the flipping Xanthium and he still survived. I mean, Hot Rod goes from the Xanthium and he goes, but Predaking, you know, he's still clinging on.
Look at us now. Whether it's by Decepticon.
Look at us now. What?
Cliff Jumper just looks dead in this shot. Cliff Jumper's got the 1,000-yard stare. Look at him. He just.
I honestly do not like the whole that Bumblebee it just looks like the sort of like a dead inside sort of like expression, just like, yeah, I honestly don't care.
I really like that
okay,
mold.
I just want to get this mission done and over with. Okay,
That's what I'm saying. He's got like a 1,000-yard stare. He's just like not here. He's like, RC's talking. He's like, yeah, okay.
Yo, have you ever heard of this synthetic energon? Really fucks you up, man.
What team with what are the horns, right?
Yes.
RC, you need to try it.
Prime. Such an
No, I don't think I will.
It is why I turned my back on the Decepticons.
Long arm, the first appearance of a rookie.
Did you ever meet Megatron?
He's so innocent.
The Fallen?
And he's made friends with the Decepticon as well.
That's why
I can't wait to see what zany adventures they get up to after when they get the Allspark out of Earth.
Those rascals.
I have to take care of too. I'll meet you
I could just hear Daniel. Just like thump his desk and like, what have I done?
It's like Pinky in the Brain.
Oh look, there's makeshift.
We're gonna do tonight,
Long Arm's
Brian.
gonna die. Long Arm's gonna die.
Starscream.
Oh shit, Long Arm died.
He's in.
You don't know. It could be Drift. Or maybe Makeshift didn't impose as anyone.
Or Makeshift just knocked them out.
It is done, Mr. President. My Autobot team is ready for launch.
It'd be funny if Makeshift said...
I hear just like G1 and Prime Starscream just radiating from that voice. I love it.
Yeah. We kind of thought Makeshift whole Starscream had like infiltrated the Autobots and then he just never did and he just went off on his own. So Starscream constantly thought he was like in the Autobots and you just waiting on something that was never going to happen.
I did a planetary scan. No Decepticons have been detected, so you shouldn't encounter any resistance once you're in orbit. Hopefully, this mission will be as easy as Wheeljack.
I like how they just like do a planet scan instead of just going, we should probably check like the moon area as well. Yeah, no.
I don't know what to
check. Let's check the whole atmosphere while we're at it.
Won't let you down.
I mean, like considering this is like the most important mission, and they just went, yeah, you know what? I'll just scan the entire planet, see if there's any Decepticons.
It was kind of like the globe as well.
No
like
Decepticons. That's kind of sus.
It's kind of like the nearby skies as well that they were trying to scan, but yeah, they didn't scan the moon, so that's their fault. It's all Ratchet's fault.
I did a planetary scan a few hours earlier. Ratchet just stares up at the sky. Anything? Nope, I don't see anything, Optimus. Okay, planetary scan, check.
I gotta say this about this shot right here. As a stop motion animator myself, I love that, like how that scene got pieced together and everything. I just think it looks really, really cool with the ship going up and everything.
Thank you. I honestly appreciate it. And this one coming up where the Zon theme comes out, I think that was the first ever shot visually I did for editing wise on End of Days. Like that was in the first trailer, the teaser trailer, and yeah, I mean that scene took ages to do. So I appreciate that.
This is the most important mission since we left.
It's noise.
Today,
Noise.
Precious Allspark into a
Even Ultra Magnus says it's the most important mission, and they didn't really check like everywhere. Because like if the Decepticons aren't on the planet, you'd think, that's kind of sus. Better check everywhere else to see if there's not. Oh, what's this? Lots of Decepticons on the other side of the fucking moon.
Come to my favorite part. The ship battle is definitely one of my favorite parts. Just like how it's put together and everything. Just a really cool idea. Have them fight on the outside of the ship.
Yeah, just this like whole thing just reminds me of Fall of Cybertron, like when they're trying to get to the portal, like that desperate.
That's what I
attempt
just tried to go for.
Try and get off planet, just to try and
yeah,
find
the
any
ship
hope
stops
of
is what I tried to
bringing
go
life
for
to
with
their
Fall of
planet.
Cybertron.
Like, it's literally a fight for survival, but in this case, it's the fight for pretty much, well, the universe. Because, like, if they get the Allspark, the entire universe is pretty much just screwed.
Yeah.
You will lead the first wave of the assault.
Yeah, no.
I know, like, Starscream's been, like, really strategic on this one as well. Like, sending them in waves, taking out the shields, taking out the cannons, deploying, trying to take out the wreckers with the Predacons, and they're basically trying to get inside the ship, find the Allspark.
Yeah, that shot alone with the Nemesis just like slowly consuming the Xanthium just gives me vibes of Fall of Cybertron.
But it's only a matter of time before they break.
Yeah, no.
Darkness to Earth. We're under attack from the Nemesis. They came out of nowhere. Don't know how long we'll...
What's
Don't know how long we're gonna hold out.
The ship shields and communications. They've gone.
What? How?
We've lost contact.
Ratchet be like, I fucked up. I should have checked the fucking moon.
At the same time.
I should have scanned the moon.
No.
Doesn't it be like, is there good news or bad news? Optimus be like, well, the good news is the ship didn't explode, and the bad news, the ship's gonna fucking explode soon.
You guys didn't like the moon, right? Like, we wanted to get rid of that.
Don't worry. That's when Unicron shows up, I reckon. Gonna pull a last night on the moon.
There you go.
That did nothing to the cannon.
Worth a try.
You just see this like little fire pellet just puff up from the cannon. It's just like, Razorback used bullet seed. It was ineffective.
Come in.
Predaking used Mega Blast. Super effective.
Erk still used Slash. His head got cut off.
Yes.
Sideswipe. You go with them.
But sir, you can't fly the ship all by yourself.
That's an order.
You're up.
Go.
Sir.
That's an order. Do what I tell you to do.
Magnus be like, fuck you, watch me.
I'll tickle the
recording's still going, so I think it's okay.
Noise.
I said the line.
Hey, there's some other bots. Should we shoot him? Yeah, I guess we should. Okay.
Be the rational thing to do.
I mean, they are a sworn enemy.
Fuck those guys.
Decepticons.
Yeah, I think the recording's good, guys.
Oh, Jesus.
The video's still recording, so I think it's okay on this one.
Noise.
Headshot.
It's been more than 40 minutes, but it's still going, so I'm just going to leave it. And if it only records half of it, then I guess we can always watch the other half again.
Hey.
So is that Predacon dead? Because it looks pretty on fire and looks like as though they're dead. Okay,
the Predacons take a lot of punishment. No, Predacons take a lot of punishment.
Right.
Apart from the massive one, Darksteel just died instantly, but yeah. With Darksteel as well, what I want to show is when he goes against Whirl, he gets like slashed against the chest, and that's why he kind of like gets stunned and stays kneeling on the ground, and he doesn't get back up because he's literally been slashed across the chest. Like even Skystork here, he gets chopped in the neck by a chainsaw, and he's still, you know, he just goes, he gets knocked back, and that's it.
You should have a blooper reel, like where that fight is going on, and then just like, I don't know, somebody else comes out, like Jason Voorhees is just behind him, like, oh shit, how did I get here?
Oh shit, I've been Darth Vader'd. Oh, now I've been Palpatine.
You somehow read.
Predaking will clone himself anyway, don't worry. Unlimited power.
Oh shit! The MCU's coming.
Is that Doctor Who?
Power core. If the power core goes down, missions and it is over.
I like how they talk about if this generator gets destroyed, they're fucked. And yet they're guarding the outside. Why aren't any of them inside?
It's basically because the bomb was already planted and they just didn't know.
Bomb armed. Bomb detonated. Game over. God damn it, I told you to secure the bomb.
First the moon and now the generator. Are we just not scanning anything today?
I mentioned in the Q&A as well, some of you guys might not know this, but when Predaking gets his hand chopped off, he's like leaking energy on, and now he's not. Basically, I didn't write it into the script and I didn't film it, but just a little background. Basically, when Roadbuster shot Predaking away to the back of the ship, Predaking sticks his bleeding hand into the Xanthium's engine and cauterizes his wound, and that's why you don't see any more blood.
No prisoners.
And then basically transforms into Predacon mode, flies all the way, somehow catches up to the front of the Xanthium, gets inside and gets into the control room with Magnus. So even if he gets his hand chopped off, he's still...
You've overpowered Predaking is faster than a fucking spaceship.
I know. The thing, in loyal to Starscream, is he just needs to do whatever he needs to do for his master.
That's fair. This isn't the funny shot, but we already saw the funny shot with Ultra Magnus when he was getting punched by Predaking.
You're never gonna let me live that down, are you?
Oh god, no! I'll write that to your grave.
What time is it? And he's like, what? And she's like, hammer time. Bang.
It's not gonna work. You're all dead.
I'm going to press your body so hard into the
Oh, that's because Ultra Magnus is too legit to quit.
Hey.
You know what's really funny? He used the hammer so much on Predaking. It reminds me of Transformers Prime, where he literally has to get the hammer just to beat Predaking up.
Yeah, that's what I go for as well.
Like you've got scene, when he doesn't have the hammer, he runs to the hammer and uses it.
Yeah, can we talk about the score for a second? This fucking music is insanely awesome.
Yeah, it really is sort of like,
it's all royalty free.
I can't believe that lady.
It's like the final countdown. It's like the final countdown. Like, this is it. This is like the final moments. This is like the Optimus
I've got a
Prime
playlist on my channel of all the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I had about 4 different versions of this scene with different soundtracks, and they all gave it a different vibe. One of them gave it a sad vibe, one of them gave it this vibe, one of it gave it more of an action, even more vibe. One of it gave it like more of a desperate vibe. I really didn't know which one to pick, but I just felt this one felt right because it goes from high action, low action, talking, back to high action, and then it's like despair a little bit.
Yeah, she like harmonizes her orgasm right in tune with the scene perfectly. It's great.
I don't like them to abandon control. They must have been pushed back from their positions by the predator.
I've not been able to contact Magnus.
I tell you that now. Ultra Magnus is one tough
son of a bitch.
Goodbye, Hot Rod.
One tough son of a bitch.
This seems to take a little bit while to do as well.
Hot Rod be like
F this out now.
I have to be like the entire scene. I have to go now.
If he was just like he was holding onto the ship, and then when he let go, he was like, dude, no.
Xanthium just yeeted the Allspark out of its insides. Quickly, pursue the Allspark. Those that can fly. Everyone else, just scatter.
Basically, what they're trying to do is, obviously, if Decepticon and Predacons trying to go for the Allspark, and if you notice, like, all the Autobots trying to, like, pull the flyers down, so, like, Jolt goes for Blackout, Magnus, who actually is the one who fires a cannon from Byzantium, who shoots Starscream, Thundercracker, like, they're all going for that, trying to get the flyers, or at least hold them down, so, like, the Predacons, like, the Wreckers are trying to hold the Predacons down, and they're all trying to really prevent them from taking off, really. That few second delay that they need. And give them mod flop with their synchronized punching. That's actually a reference by DW where Rack and Ruin weld proud hands together.
I love that shot. Just World just like running on the wall. Just reminds me of some anime.
I know. That's what I kind of go for because he's a martial art master as well. So.
Save the planet you were created on, you half-wit.
You son of a bitch!
I don't care. I just want to see you dead. There can only be one female protagonist, and that's going to be me. Ah!
No!
Jacob, you just punched a woman.
Shouldn't have been
I
there.
don't care. She was going to kill another woman.
Equal rights. I'm a true feminist. Anybody can get these hands, right?
She was beating up another woman. To be honest, I feel like I'm in the right. I stopped the violent beating.
She wasn't gonna kill her, to be fair. She wasn't gonna kill her.
And the Allspark was never seen again.
Decepticons, retreat!
Just gonna kill her so hardcore.
Until the director makes it, well, convenient again, or like the plot device again. They'll never see it again.
Oh god.
Question. How are the vehicle-based Decepticons supposed to get off?
We're going to the
They're stuck. They
Basically,
can't fly.
what I didn't show it, but what I actually planned was for the Predacons to swoop down and like pick them up and fly them back to the ship.
Ah, okay.
And then obviously there's a lot of Viacon who die in this, and obviously Darksteel gets his head chopped off. So yeah, I was worried there was going to be a bit of a cut between the end and this scene, but I tried to kind of show it where Starscream's retreat and everyone else has like retreated while they were fighting.
I just really
that's how it
want
went.
in this scene. I feel like Starscream needs to flip something or just break something in this
Give
scene.
me
Oh, he what?
Because
That's something that I actually kind of want to get across. How he's so mad, but like this is the maddest Starscream's been in ages, probably ever. But he's keeping his composure and basically trying to think level-headed. Okay, we failed. What's the next move? What do we need to do next? You know, try and make the best out of a bad situation.
You are all unfit to be called Decepticons.
The old Starscream would probably just kill everyone.
Apologies, my lord.
Predaking be like, I am sorry. Autobot beat me up. I ran like bitch.
Plan B. Wipe out the rest of the auto. Soundwave. Power up the Nemesis' future.
Plan B for that girl who left my chambers this morning.
Soundwave. Blow ship up. Autobots die.
Still aboard the
Boom, boom.
He is expendable like you. The rest
I don't give shit.
I remember-
Boom, boom. Now.
I spoke to Jacob. I sent him a video as well. My like initial reaction when I first finished the Starscream's destruction, and like I did it with the sad music. I was literally pretty much in tears. Like, why am I crying? This is a toy that I've just kind of added CG metal to, put a song on and destroyed, and I'm crying over it.
We need to be silent for this part then. We'll need to be silent so we can listen to it.
Let's all have a moment of silence in a minute.
For the small chronic break.
Me too.
I'll let you know when it starts.
No, Jeffrey. I think that was Jeffrey. He didn't have a name tag like Steve.
Fire!
In training exercises as well, you'll notice one of the Viacons got the Steve name tag. Just a little, I guess, input on that as well. Like, the Autobots actually put the name Steve on one of the vehicles to kind of like mock them. There's one called Steve in the train center. They were just like a vehicle drone.
Nice. I find that offensive.
I know, but that's the other thoughts human. They just put one on a random vehicle to make fun of Steve.
Who? Or C.
I like how everyone's talking in this scene and then break down like, shut up, do you hear that?
Heavy injuries. Hot Rod was blasted away from the Xanthian's gravitational field and is currently
blasted away. He was fucking yeeted off.
Yeet!
It was more brutal than blasted off.
Worse.
It reminds me of like the Lion King where he just like chucks the baby off Brian.
I think they're. I mean, they have to be dead.
We don't know that, us.
There's Xanthian scenes coming up in a minute. Some moments of silence in a moment.
Wait. Do you hear that?
By the primes. But I scanned for Decepticons before they even set off. Oh,
It's all over.
How?
It's all over.
No, it can't be. Maybe the Allspark was sent through the space bridge in time. Maybe.
Ratchet, Wheeljack, find the point of impact that the end of a ship is heading for and clear the area. We need to save whoever we can.
Rip. And for the Titanic version, just in peace.
Just a returned.
It is done.
Megatron got upgraded.
Time to return and see.
Yep. He's a new body, so like makes sense. And also his voice is different, and it actually explains the part 2 why his voice is different. Chase is actually the young Megatron in like
I know you've kept me safe.
In the Twins Halloween special and in the upcoming Frenemies and Decepticons.
And right now I'm the one who has the need to live on.
Oh yeah, right. I'm young Megs. Yay.
Oh look, it's that Decepticon that we only saw in that one expanded universe story.
Everything you've told me, my loyal Con.
Well, yeah.
He's been doing behind my back. I guess it was a stroke of luck.
It was kind of, I had this idea of having Scavengers like being left behind by Shockwave. Like he's helped Shockwave all these years, and then he just gets left behind when Shockwave leaves Cybertron, and he basically gets, I don't know, some explosion in the lab, and he just gets trapped, and Megatron finds him. And that's when Scavenger's like, F Shockwave, I'm just going to spill all the secrets.
Farewell, my Decepticon. You will be remembered.
But not really.
Already forgot who we were talking about.
Already forgot your name.
He's like, damn it, what was I not supposed to forget?
You will be forever remembered as Red Generic Steve. Whose spark I ripped out to get back to Earth.
They have no idea what's about to go down.
The thing I like with this Megatron as well is he's even stronger because he's more dangerous because he's more crazy. but he's been out of combat for like years. So
They have no idea what is going down for real.
Yo, these punks have no idea what's about to go down, yo.
So what happens when something goes wrong? And what happens
Is Megatron doing like the rapper like movements and stuff?
It's going down for real.
Yeah, let's kill him.
Yeah, I've been dying to kill him.
Let's kill him.
And Starscream will most certainly do.
Captain America's Civil War, but except with robots.
Decepticon version.
Here's our true leader. Stand down, you traitors.
No, fuck you. We want rebellion.
Starscream.
We serve Megatron, not you, Starscream. These idiots who
We want awesome scene of rebellion.
Did he just say we suck Megatron?
say we end them right now.
No, we serve Megatron.
Starscream.
We suck Megatron, not you, Starscream. Put it back.
At your
Put it back.
Is that Steve I see next to Barricade? Steve is still alive, everyone.
Yeah.
Steven.
No,
Steve survives everything.
Steve. Choose the side that's going to win the fight, not choose the side that's going to lose the fight, you
And
idiot.
until he returns, I'm in charge.
I'll let you decide which side will win and which side will lose.
Stand down before I...
Oh, I want a big Decepticon battle. Damn it, Megatron.
You have to interrupt everything, don't you, Megatron?
You had to have a fucking dramatic entrance.
He's always been one for the dramatics.
Oh, and of course you had to have the dramatic entrance that basically results in the to be continued.
I know, I got so many people saying like, why did you cut it off on that bit?
Yeah,
Like,
I honestly thought like it was I honestly thought it was gonna continue on from there, but nope, you just halted it right there. It basically reminds me of like Infinity War, where like Thanos is won and he's just sitting on the bench just looking at the sunrise on the grateful universe, smiling, and then the credits hit and everyone's like, motherfucker.
Word. Hey, there's me.
honestly though, out of all the big projects I've been a part of, this is by far my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, this is by far my favorite one that I've done.
Thank you, Matt. Honestly, I keep saying it, but I really do appreciate all the support. I mean, End of Days is on 6.2k views. That's just amazing on its own.
Imagine if the YouTube algorithm was actually working. You'd be at the millions by now.
Hey, we're getting there.
Chase is left. I don't know where Chase has gone. I didn't hear him say he was leaving or anything, but he might have got out.
Bye, Chase. Oh,
yeah, he's not in anymore. Like, I don't know where he went. I didn't hear him say he's going. Maybe he cut out.
No, not Chase.
Or he's probably just silent, ready to mess with you all.
I don't know, unless he renamed his name to Daniel Griffin. So there's 3 Daniel Griffin.
You know, Daniel, you know what you could have done to just tease audiences even more? Have an end credit scene.
What's that?
I literally was waiting at the end of these credits, just waiting for something to tease me to what's coming next. But you didn't provide. You bastard.
I've got to give the people a reason to come back.
Yeah, that's what the MCU's doing. You got to be like the MCU.
The funny thing is, you're gonna have to sit through it. You're gonna have the same problem with End of Days Part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I mean, 6 is actually gonna have some end credits, but yeah.
Bastard.
Do you guys want to watch the credits, or do you want to go straight into talking?
I
mean,
honestly don't mind.
I'm down for whatever.
Cool. I'll turn the volume down, and I've probably got like 5 or 10 minutes left anyway, and then yeah, I'll turn it down. I can't find the volume button. There we go.
I can't find the volume button.
I'll stop it, and then we can talk.
I like how it's showing like buy or rent Transformers 2007.
Those are the adverts.
Even YouTube's like advertising Transformers, even though their YouTube algorithm is just crap.
I haven't noticed that before. Yeah, I see it now.
Word. That was riveting. I'm gonna start my video up because I'm a handsome guy.
You are.
Hey, hashtag blushing. That was fun. Had a good time.
It was fun.
We had our laughs. Didn't even watch it. just had fun. Nah,
I saw it.
It's
It's the part where I get ultra defensive. I saw it. I saw a movie. Oh my god.
Should do an end of days trivia. Make sure you guys understood it.
You're good. I forfeit.
Probably do that at the end when you've done all of end of days.
Yeah.
Because by the time we get to part 6, I'm pretty sure all the cast will have forgotten like what's happened. Like just have like a trivia part of like how did Hot Rod end up in point B? Did he get blasted? B, just jump, or C, get yeeted off?
or B or D actually, all the above.
All of the above. Okay, so with that question, all those answers are correct, except for the jumped off one. He didn't jump off voluntarily.
Maybe he did. Maybe he was just like, nah, I don't want to be in this war anymore. You just let it go on purpose.
I don't
make it look like he's putting an effort in,
I
but
want
he's
to fight
not.
Skybite.
Which female Decepticon needed the plan B after leaving Starscream's chambers the next morning?
What?
Because there was a scene where he was like, plan B. And then I said to the young lady who left my chambers this morning. You know, we didn't fuck around. So you gotta stay protected, kids. Anyways.
What was your all favorite moment? Like the favorite moment, like from part 1. What was the favorite moment that if you had on loop over and over again, what would be the part that you would just replay?
My favorite part is when my one Autobot dude was just like leaning back. He's like, well, I wouldn't do that shit. Like, hold a grudge for a million years. Some bullshit I wouldn't do. And they were like talking for like another minute, and he was like, yeah, exactly. Like, wouldn't do it.
I think for me, I'd probably say either the Zamsoon taking off, and then that's when like the battle starts with the Predacons, or probably maybe the Allspark chase. Maybe one of those two. What about you? What about you guys?
You should make a GIF of Predaking just punching the shit out of everybody. Just tackling him.
No. Just punching Ultra Magnus in particular. Just that one shot. Just punching Ultra Magnus. Because you could just... Because I don't know if you guys you guys saw it, but literally Ultra Magnus is like in this pose, just like, no.
I'll find it.
It's so good.
It's so funny, yet I love it. I just love it.
You just make a GIF meme out of it. It's like, give me your lunch money, bitch.
I'm trying to find it right now on my phone.
Bully, Ultra Magnus.
Is this bit coming up here?
Give me your lunch money. Give me your lunch money.
Is this bit coming up here? Hang on. Where is it? This shot.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it.
Let's keep those two haymakers coming.
It's one of those like funny moments. It's like one of those funny moments in a movie. It's not meant to be funny, but it is.
We got to make a GIF out of it.
Eli, N-PUT, do you guys have anything to say before we end, or?
I just want to say my favorite part, truthfully, is the end where Megatron shows up, and he's like, "You will be remembered," and it's like, but how? There's only two of them there, and you know Megatron's like too selfish to be all like, "Hey, you know Starscream, after I kill you, or right before I kill you, let me tell you a story about this guy I killed on the moon." You know?
Starscream just on the ground groveling. No, please don't kill me.
I don't want to hear your story.
You, Starscream. I have the perfect use for you.
Like,
what
or
is
right,
it?
you know, when he busts
Have
into
you ever
the,
heard of the red Decepticon left on Cybertron?
right, or like right before the fight starts for part 2. You know, everyone's like got their guns drawn. They're like, "Let's get him!" And then Megatron's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on. Let me tell you about Moon Steve real quick. All right, I gotta spread the word. I promised he would be remembered."
Yeah,
right?
Moon Steve. MS.
Megatron just exits from that portal, and I just feel this, like, I'm gonna say the N-word energy just radiating from.
Or better yet, right before the fight starts, it becomes like a monologue. So like the rest of the scene goes black, and the spotlight hits Megatron. You know, and he's like, "I know I said I would remember Moon Steve, and this is where I will remember him." You know, it's just this monologue about Moon Steve.
It just goes. There's like a first 5 minutes of part 2 is just him like montaging with Moon Steve, like hanging out.
Yeah.
Blowing bubbles and chocolate milk together. And
I'm not gonna look at that scene the same again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like
Moon Steve, you were a great friend, and he's just got like his dead body just hanging out.
About Lord Megatron, I have photos right here. See, that's me, and that's Moon Steve. That's me and him getting some energon,
hanging out.
Me and him throwing around some debris, and that's me extracting his very life force so I can activate the 2-pound fridge. And that's his dead corpse before he turns gray. Because as we all know, Transformers always go gray when they die. It's just a fact.
This is the face he made as I betrayed him and killed him. Oh
no! Or Moon Steve comes back, and then it's just this giant like sing-along montage kind of thing, like this giant dance number right before part 2 starts.
Just like a memorial speech, like what they did in Cyberverse to honor Starscream. Well, quote unquote honor Starscream. We will not forget the sacrifice that Moon Steve gave. Because not for him. Not for
some people's allspark burns out too soon, and Moon Steve was one of the greats.
If not for him, I would not be able to return to bring you great sides of the great Chaos Bringer's return, and also beating up Starscream. Wait, what? Shockwave be like, wait, what?
Megatron came through and he destroyed the whole world and created chaos, but if it wasn't for Moon Steve, none of it would have happened. So I just want to give a big shout out to MS up above. Still in orbit around the moon.
I don't even think that's his actual name.
It is now.
His name's Scavenger, but yeah, Moon Steve now.
You're gonna have to go back to that expanded universe story and change the casting.
Steve, the Scavenger Bot. I mean, because Scavenger Bot sounds like a title. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, I better end the video because I think the recording's going to go, and I've got my kickboxing lesson again. But unless you guys have any final things to say,
what projects are you working on that we might be expecting in the future? Just for all the viewers out there that possibly watch this.
The Velocitronian Cup and Magnus at the minute.
There you go.
So,
you better be hyped, because if not, I'm going to be thoroughly disappointed. In fact, Prime's going to break into your home and tell you to watch Daniel's content. And he'll force you to like the video and subscribe as well for more awesome content like this.
Do it.
Smash. I've been laughing that much. I'm like sweating and like just achy. Like I've got stomach ache. I've been laughing that much now.
Better calm it down, sir.
If you guys want to do any future calls, then we'll be doing more like these sort of videos in the future. Me and Derek were speaking about it. I'll post an update in the group chat about a little series that I've got coming, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, more videos like this coming soon. So if you miss one, then don't worry, we'll be doing future ones that's similar.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I think the recording's been good so far, but I don't go too long. Like I said, I've got my kickboxing lesson like the next 20 minutes, so I've got to set off. But
no worries.
Yeah, it was good talk, good commentary, I think.
I had fun.
I had fun as well.
Same.
Yep.
All right, you guys.
I'm starving as well. I'm absolutely starving.
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna eat this French toast up real nice.
It's almost 2 o'clock.
Well, then, but yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. And like I said, hopefully see you again in the future sometime.
Same. I had a blast, and I cannot wait for the next time we do this.
I know. I can't either. But yeah, new Expand Universe is coming out. We could do one with an Expand Universe, like a live premiere commentary thing. So see what we can do, put together.
Sounds like a plan, Jackie Chan.
Other than that, I guess keep the views coming, keep the support coming, and check out the other channels we've got here. So I'll leave a link to all your channels in the description below as well.
Awesome, man.
And until next time, farewell.
Till all are one.
And one or all.
Well, I'm going to stop the recording, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I walk away from the screen.
Bye.
Later, guys.
Bye.